Okay, I wanted to show you this 1924 Singer Model 128, and I've done most of the disassembly, and I've wiped a little bit of dirt off of it because it was just completely coated in dirt. But you can still see here, let me see if I can get a little more light, and you can see how much dirt we've got going on here. Quite a bit. There's a lot of surface dirt that needs to come off, and just sewing machine oil, and I've got quite a lot off. See the amount of dirt that's built up around that tension? Just caked with dirt and grit. The slide, these throat plate, come on, focus. Trying to get this to focus and concentrate on what I'm saying too. Okay, so the throat plates, they wouldn't even hardly move. I had to use a small hammer and just gently tap, 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 tap. Oil. You can see the grunge. Come on, focus for me, good. You can see the grunge there in the tracks, how it's just built up right there. Okay, it was just almost glued on there. So we just have a lot of grunge. Don't know how many years or if ever, this machine was cleaned. The original, I'm going to say it was the original belt was still on this machine, and it was petrified. Well, let's use the word petrified. Anyway, it was flaking apart, so it had to be cut and removed because it wouldn't flex at all, and it was just crunchy and chunks of it were falling apart. All right, so I've removed the motor, and it's sitting here. The wiring from the light and the motor into the control looks good. This is just full of just lint and dirt, and I'll actually use the shop vac to suck that out. This portion of the plug-in portion of the cord is going to have to be redone so that I can fasten it here. I have a foot lever, fortunately, in that area it works. Everything here, you see I've added some oil. This looks pretty clean. Nothing would move very freely. So now it's moving quite freely. You can see I've just removed everything. I've taken the stitch length adjustment and I've just went in and out and oiled it. And I just keep doing that. I go out, put a little oil on it, and go back in. And really that's going to be the process that I go through here, just to continue to clean and oil. Now I'm going to use a little bit of goop on this also, but I'm going to do it spot by spot. I find that these older machines with these gold flake, I call them gold flake decals, they're much more sensitive to the decals kind of what would you say, whiting out or silvering out and losing their gold. So we're going to be much more careful about cleaning this and just kind of going around those decals and getting the black areas cleaned up, getting the excess grime off of the black areas, and we'll just go over the gold areas mostly with machine oil, okay? And that's my plan of attack for this. But you can just see just a tremendous buildup of grime. Once we clean up this wood, I'll use a dark wax to go back over this wood. It's a Mim-Wax, I believe it is, the wood wax. The lid is in great condition. It was minus the key, but the lock, I oiled it up. It works great. That needs to be cleaned up. So that's going to work nicely. The little thread loop is missing off of the faceplate, but I should be able to fabricate something that will work in place of that. And I might just have another one of those faceplates. That is a possibility. I think I had one from a machine. So we'll see how that goes. Let me show you how smooth it turns. I have the hand wheel. It had a considerable amount of rust on the chrome, and I actually covered that area last night with goop and put it in a plastic bag. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. So we have the shuttle. The shuttle's in beautiful condition, thankfully. I hate it when the shuttle has, let me show you this. Nice and clean. Nothing really on the shuttle. The bobbin is intact and inside. So that's a plus, really big plus. This is really dirty. So just remove that. That'll be easier to clean when it's off, to get into all those little nooks and crannies. I'll just be careful about those decals. Like I said, I don't want to silver them out. I want to try to keep as much gold as possible, but still get it clean. All right. I'll remove this tension assembly and get that nice and clean. There's a bunch of thread. You can see the thread. I don't know how much of it is wound up and stuck on there, but we'll find out when we undo all that. I'll take the cover and the pieces off of this light and use probably some, now I don't know if you've ever used this technique, but it works beautifully, and that is aluminum foil on these chrome parts, and this will just polish up really nicely. So this is where we're at. We'll clean up these pieces, clean this up a little bit, and we'll come back to this and take a look. This is a, the serial number is AA813612. It comes up as a 1924. It shows as a model 15. This is the Vencedora 128. What is it? They call it the 3/4 size Singer. Anyway, beautiful machine. Finding the decals. Let me show you the decals on this one. Move this out of the way. Finding the decals in this type of condition is just, look at that. Isn't that awesome? So this is going to be beautiful, just beautiful when we finish it up. All right, so join us again on the continuing episodes of La Vencedora. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a great day.